Hey, thanks for clicking on this Rank the Movies video. So I just finished watching Marry Me, streaming on Peacock right now. So that's how I watched it. One of my friends, Christine, really wanted to check this movie out. I said in the Dead Snow review I did last week that we were going to watch it last Friday with another one of my friends, Courtney, and we couldn't because of a power outage, and my internet just died. It did not like having a power outage, even though the power came back on. So we ended up watching Dead Snow. Today we were hanging out and decided let's watch a movie. We were debate, and neither of us really wanted to go to the theater to see Cyrano, though I'm planning on seeing that one tomorrow after work. So expect another one of these videos coming up tomorrow for that. Hopefully we'll see. I mean, things can change, and it's I think a 5 o'clock showing is what I'd be going to. I looked it up, so 24 hours, things can change. So we decided to watch Marry Me because it's streaming on Peacock. We didn't have to go to a theater. We didn't have to deal with other people, and we could just hang out and watch Marry Me. I was kind of curious about this movie. When I first saw a trailer, it looked interesting. I think I got Owen Wilson. I'm gonna go right into it. Owen Wilson and Jennifer Lopez have really good chemistry in this movie. They work really well together, and it helps. It really does make you want to be invested in this movie. I'm not a big rom-com guy. Mainly, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I've spent a good deal of my adult life single. So I never really got into rom-coms. I never had someone make me watch rom-coms throughout my life. But when one looks interesting, I don't mind checking it out. But yeah, they have really good chemistry. So I just wanted to start with that statement. They work very well together. I was very happily surprised. We kind of were curious on Jennifer Lopez's age because she looks very good. She still looks really good. And then I was wondering, like, well, how old is Owen Wilson? Like, what is the age difference between these two in this movie? Because normally in these kind of rom-coms and these kind of Hollywood movies, you get this substantial age gap between the male and the female actors, and the age gap is 1 year. Owen Wilson is 1 year older than Jennifer Lopez, so that was really cool. I thought I kind of liked the fact that they were both, they're basically the same age. Not that they had to do it. I mean, age gaps occur in life. I just liked the fact that it wasn't like a 20-year age gap. I knew they had to be close in age. I just wasn't sure, and I know most movies like they do that like 20-year gap in age. 15, 20, something like that between your male and your female leads. So it was nice to see that they didn't do it. Right off the bat, the movie opens up with kind of the prelude to this concert that's happening as Jennifer Lopez's character is going to marry a dude named Bastian. I don't know the actor, so I'm going to have to actually use the character name. And they're preparing, like, you see all the hype. They've released a song called Marry Me. They're going to sing the song and then be wed at a live concert in Madison Square Garden. I don't know if they actually ever say the arena. I know they say Madison Square Garden later in the movie as where a different event is being held. I don't know if they say it that that's where this concert is, but it's in New York. So I'm going to make an assumption it's Madison Square Garden, because where the hell else would you go in New York for a big event like this? Right before she is about to go on stage to start the song, she steals her manager's cell phone and sees that a video has just leaked of Bastian cheating on her with one of her secretaries, which she apparently has multiple of in this movie, and they never show the one that Bastian cheated on beforehand, as far as I could tell. She does have a secretary in the lead up to this scene, so the first like 10 minutes of this movie, but it's not the one that he cheats on her with. So I just thought it was weird, and I would have liked to have seen her interact with the secretary that he cheated with a little bit. Like one scene. Instead, they focus everything on the other secretary, who's with her for the rest of the movie. She is upset. She goes out on stage, makes a big plea. Makes her speech, basically calling off the wedding. Owen Wilson is sitting in the audience. He's kind of there. He's a math teacher who was dragged there by his friend, played by Sarah Silverman, who was supposed to take her, if I heard this right, her girlfriend. Not that I care, I was trying to get the statements correct. Her girlfriend and her girlfriend's ex-girlfriend to this concert, but her and her girlfriend have broken up, and now she has 2 extra tickets, so she takes Owen Wilson and his daughter to the concert, and he is holding a Marry Me sign, and she decides, and they're not too far away from the stage, like, they're not front row, but they're definitely orchestra. Jennifer Lopez sees the sign and decides to say yes. Owen Wilson is brought up on stage, and because he sees that she's emotionally distraught and needs some help, he says yes just to play along with the moment, and they are married. Not legally, because it said the next day that they haven't filed the paperwork, but Jennifer Lopez wants the paperwork filed, though I don't know if Owen Wilson ever signed anything. It gets real weird. So her manager goes out to find Owen Wilson and says, hey, let's just keep this going. You two got married, now you're getting to know each other, and that's the narrative we want to paint with this situation. Owen Wilson says yes, and of course, it's a rom-com. They slowly get to know each other, they slowly fall in love. It doesn't follow all of the rom-com tropes, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed the fact that it wasn't so cut and dry and so easy just to point at it and go, this is what's going to happen. I liked that. I liked that you couldn't just do that so easily with this particular movie. I'm not going to go into spoilers. I'm not going to go farther because that basically what I covered is the trailer to this movie. It is, all the setup. So I'm not going to enter into spoilers and start saying what else happens in this movie. By the way, if you've never checked out Amelia Ford music, I happen to be wearing a merch tee for her. Definitely check it out. Amelia Ford. She has a website. Great. You can find her music on Spotify, Amazon, and I believe there's one other one, and iTunes. You can find her music on all of those. I'm just happen to be wearing a merch shirt I got last night at her record release. So yeah, off topic. Back to Marry Me. But yeah, overall, like I said, I think this movie really is made better by Owen Wilson and Jennifer Lopez, who do have such good chemistry in this movie. You really do believe that they're two people who could legitimately fall for each other. There's some weird camera lenses used in certain scenes where it's like trying to do a panoramic, but it just kind of looks fish lensy. It just looks weird every time they use it. And it's really obvious in the beginning, and it's kind of they use it a couple of times throughout the movie. It's really kind of distracting. And yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that. I thought the overall plot and structure of it was fine. There's definitely some stuff going on in this movie that only happens because the plot demands it. At one point, Owen Wilson takes Jennifer Lopez to his school's dance, and she ends up singing a song, and the music teacher is brought in to play the guitar, and somehow he knows every chord to this song, and she says it's off of her first album. And I looked at my friend Christine and went, so I know my favorite band. I'm not sure I can name anything off of that. I'm not even sure I own the first album. I don't know if I've ever truly listened to it. So I really didn't get how this it just seemed really convenient. Is what I'm getting at. Not implausible, just really convenient. But if those are the biggest problems you have with the movie, that's nothing. That's nothing. Some things happen that are unplausible, convenient. It's convenient. So some things happen in this movie that are convenient. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't take you out of the movie. It's just, if you're looking to watch this movie because it's a great rom-com, you're gonna get that. If you're looking to watch this movie because you want to throw a few jabs at it, it's got some fodder in there too. You can definitely do that. It has its moments, but I think it wasn't a bad movie. I enjoyed it. I'm not sure I'd watch it again, just because again I'm not a huge rom-com guy, so I don't know if I would want to watch it again. I was kind of happy because it didn't give the ending that I expected. Like, it didn't. The setting of the ending wasn't where I expected it to be. That's all I'll get into, because I said I didn't want to spoil anything about this movie. Although it's still a rom com. Take that as you will. It's still a rom com. But yeah, it's a pretty enjoyable movie. If you want to check it out, again, it's streaming on Peacock. I know it's playing in theaters still, so you can definitely go check it out. And yeah, it's definitely it's an enjoyable film. All right, well, I'm Martin Prevost. This is Rank the Movies. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be dropping my Cyrano review, because I'll go see that tomorrow night. So it'll be like 9 o'clock when I'm dropping my Cyrano review. But yeah, hopefully that'll drop tomorrow night. Wednesday, I start my franchises. I misspoke in the video I posted about Studio 666, which was late at night. So Muppets are not the first. This week is Shrek. I'm talking about the Shrek franchise. Mike Myers and Eddie Murphy and all that. So check that out on Wednesday when that drops. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. Check out Amelia Ford, wherever you get your music, and listen to it. It's some great stuff. I am Martin Prevost. This is Rank the Movies, and I will talk to you later.